Okay, now I'm coming to you this evening from my loft, and I'd like to discuss with you the meanings of the word ear. Now, why does the word ear require a special presentation? Well, because it causes lots of confusion. What creates the confusion? Well, it has multiple meanings and multiple uses. It can be either a pronoun or an adjective, and as a pronoun or as an adjective, it has more than one meaning in both cases, and it's used quite a bit. And so it causes our students lots of grief, and I'd like to address it separately. Okay, so let's get to it. Here we have the word ear. Normally, the first way you learn the word ear is as a pronoun. It means you, plural. Now, in English, we tend not to, or students seem uncomfortable using the word you, plural. So instead, they use, in this part of the country, or many people use, you guys. If I said, what are you doing? Very few people would feel like I was addressing more than one person, even if 3 or 4 people were there. So we tend to say, you guys. Other parts of the country, they have other ways. Use guys, y'all, and whatever in the South. Okay, but anyway, the first meaning of you as a pronoun is, of ear as a pronoun is you, plural. And when ear is used to mean you, it's got to be the subject. And when it's the subject, the verb ends in T. So, was macht ihr? What are you guys doing? Oder spielt ihr heute Tennis? Are you playing tennis today? Ihr can also mean, as a pronoun, her. And when it means her, it's got to be in the dative case, which generally means indirect object or the object of a certain group of prepositions. Okay? So if I wanted to say, what are you giving her for her birthday? You is the subject, what is the direct object, her is the indirect object, so that would require the use of the word ihr. Was schenkst du ihr zum Geburtstag? Now, as pronouns, neither one of these will ever get an ending in these uses. It's always just the word ihr. But ihr can also be an adjective. And as an adjective, it could mean her, there, or if written and capitalized, it can mean your. Remember the word sie means she? Well, ihr means her. And sie means they? Well, ihr means there. And sie capitalized means you? Well, ihr capitalized means your. And those adjectives frequently have endings. Those endings are determined by the noun they modify, whether it's as a masculine, feminine, or neuter noun, whether it's singular or plural, and whether it's in the nominative, accusative, dative cases, how it's used in a sentence. Well, let's just take a situation with no ending. If I said, ist das ihr Buch? That could mean, is that her book? Is that their book? Could even mean, is that your book? Speaking to an adult with whom you must use the formal form of an address. Now you would say, that's crazy. How can you know which one it means? Well, it never causes a problem. Because you don't use an adjective or a pronoun for that matter, a possessive adjective anyway, or a pronoun without knowing who is being spoken, whom is being spoken about, who is being spoken about. So, if I said, is that her book? You wouldn't say that unless the listener knew who her was. So, ist das ihr Buch? Or ist das ihr Buch? Could be there. You're talking about Mr. and Mrs. Schmidt or whatever, and it says, das ihr Auto? Is that their car? And if you saw a book on a table and you thought possibly it belonged to me and there's nobody else in the room, we're not even in a conversation, you say, ist das ihr Buch? Is das ihr Buch? What else could it mean but is that your book? So it never ever causes problems. And an example of an ending, if I change Buch to a das Buch, to a D word, die Jacke, the jacket, I would say, is das Ihre Jacke? Ihre Jacke is an adjective, it could have an ending. And that could be, is that her jacket, is that their jacket, or is that your jacket? But anyway, as a review, the meanings of the word ihr as a pronoun, it can mean you or her. As an adjective, it can mean her or their, or if capitalized, it can mean your. That'll be it for the word ihr this evening.